5. They've brought in Williams1 has come into the starting 5 in place of AJ Roberts, and he'll line up with Ed Lucas, Will Mayer, Matthew Brian Hamming and Orland Jackman, and we're off and running, and Victor Moses wins the tip. Kai Williams gets a hand on it, gives it to Jamal Williams, and now the ball's back with Kai Williams and the Eagles on the offence. Fletcher finds Jamal Williams outside for 3, and Jamal Williams nails the 3-point. Lovely pass from Fletcher and a great early shot by Jamal.
Great lift there. Jamal had read the timing of his lift on that pick and roll move between Fletcher and Moses really well.
Yes, much now for City Royals. Jackman faced by Moses, takes a step back, his shot's off. Battle for the rebound, but the ball goes loose and it's Fletcher who picks it up. He drives, gives it to Kai Williams from the opposite end, and that's both Williams brothers on the score sheet, both the 3-pointers, and it's 6-0 Eagles in the early goal.
6-0 Williams, isn't it?
6-0 Williams, exactly. Yes, Lucas driving to the basket, he goes outside to Neighbour, who can put the 3-point shot in for the big fella, and he's knocked that one down, and it's all threes at the moment, dear.
Well, it is, I mean, you know, all this talk about Matthew Bryan and Manning, and you look at the stats, and Will Neighbour has got more minutes than anybody else in that London City Royals team, and he just spotted up there, and a great find from the guard.
Yeah, I think on the Eagles scouting report it was don't leave him open outside the key, because despite the fact he's 6'11", he will shoot the 3, and that's exactly what they did do, leave him open, and he knocked down that 3. There's Fletcher now, back for the Eagles. Jamal Williams against Will Neighbour. Jamal Williams comes inside, nice one in off the glass for 2 points, and the Eagles lead 8-3. Lucas now to reply, harassed by Lasker, gives it to Jackman. There's a foul inside, that's a foul on Ramon Fletcher, fouling Williams1 with a hold, end line ball to London.
Well, it's a tough matchup, isn't it, for Fletcher, 5 foot whatever he is, and Much coming in at 6'5", so tough matchup for him, and then obviously he's playing very physical on him, so he's gonna have to surrender something somewhere.
There's Much going up to put the 2-point shot, misses the shot, but he gets his own rebound and tips it in. His first points of the game, and it's 8-5 to Newcastle. Fletcher bringing it forward, Moses working hard inside with that. Fletcher decides to shoot a 3. His first 3 shots, that's 3 from 3-point range from the Eagles.
Well, you know, I said to you before the game, didn't I, that when you look at the shooting stats, London's seen the better shooting team, but the Eagles at the moment are 3 from 3 from the 3-point line. Yes,
Neighbour, he's going for his second, and he's knocked his second down. And it's a 3-point festival at the moment. Very spectacular start to the game. Yes, Lasker now coming forward. He finds Jamal Williams just outside the 3-point line. This time he goes inside the key, gives it back out to his brother Kai. Into Fletcher. Fletcher trying to work something. He passes it round to Jamal Williams, who goes for another 3. This time the ball's off, and Brian Hamming comes up with a rebound. He gives it to Lucas. Lucas twisting, turning, trying to find a Brian Hamming inside. Brian Hamming twists and turns against both Jamal Williams and Victor Moses, but nowhere to go. And that's an air ball and end-line ball to Newcastle.
What it did show me is that Matthew Bryan and Manning has got some good footwork. I mean, he absolutely lost his man with that shoulder and his pivoting foot. He just completely lost sight of the basket.
A little word with the referees there, both thought he was possibly fouled, but obviously no call. As Fletcher finds Jamal Williams. Inside to Victor Moses, step back 2 is off. Lucas picks up the rebound and pushes hard the court, goes down, but he loses the handle. Kai Williams comes up with the ball. Fletcher fed by Lasker on a break, but Fletcher couldn't lay the ball in, and Orland Jackman tries to take the rebound, knocks the ball dead.
Great break, but also tremendous effort, hustle back on the transition defence by the Royals. I think maybe the Eagles made one extra pass there that wasn't necessary and would have created better driving lane from taking it one pass earlier.
Referee MacDonald having a word with Junior Williams there on the London bench, and has issued a warning about the noise that was coming from the bench. I don't know exactly what it was, but he's definitely issued a warning. It's Fletcher to inbound. Tries to find Moses, but Kai Williams comes round off the screen, misses his 2, but Drew Lasker tidies up, picks up the rebound, and manages to get the ball inside to Victor Moses for 2 points. Excellent work from Drew Lasker, considering he was slipping all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking earlier when Victor Moses did the fadeaway over Brian Manning that really he wants to be taking him on and getting at him and getting to the basket, and that's exactly what he did in that last play.
Brian Manning trying to shoot a three, fails at the three, will never pick the rebound up, but Kai Williams has picked his pocket. Fletcher tried to go to... Fletcher looked as if he was going to drive to the basket, and then he flicked it out, and I think the ball's come off. Well, originally the referee gave the decision to Newcastle, but he was overruled by a fellow official, and the ball is quite rightly with the London City Royals. Once again, Ed Lucas, the point guard. He finds Neighbour looking for much inside. And once again, the Eagles battling hard inside. Good work by Victor Moses. Nice floated pass by Neighbour over to Ramon Fletcher to find Much, but as Much turned to try and put it in the basket, he found Victor Moses in his way.
Well, that's the second defence in a row that the Eagles have swarmed in to cover any ball in the middle and have made it very difficult for the guy to, just like they did then, very difficult for them to raise the ball on any sort of controlled shot.
There's Brian Hamming going in hard. Victor Moses this time trying to block the shot, comes up with a foul, and Brian Hamming will go to the line to shoot two. I expected it might have been a bit feisty in there, inside there with Jamal Williams and Victor Moses against Brian Hamming, and it certainly looks as if it's that way, as Brian Hamming was, after the foul was called, Brian Hamming had words with Jamal Williams, and Jamal never wanted to back down, had words back.
It looked to me as Jamal was saying, hey, don't you worry, I'm up to this challenge. And that's exactly what it looks like, but I've been really impressed with the way the Eagles have swarmed in on that ball and made it very, very difficult for London to get an easy inside look.
Brian Hamming misses his first from the charity stripe. Second is good. Cuts the gap to 4, 13-9 to the Eagles. 5:53 to go in the quarters. Fletcher brings the ball over halfway. Finds Lasker. Lasker looking for the screen from Jamal Williams. Finds Victor Moses in the turn. He's going to try and go past Will Neighbour and all the way to the basket. Does so. Brian Hamming got a piece of it, and London City Royals come up with the rebound. Good defensive play by Brian Hamming there. Neighbour, that's a great pass by Neighbour. Brian Hamming goes for the dunk and misses it off the back of the ring. Eagles coming up the other end. Kai Williams drops in a three, and there's a 5-point swing right there, Dave.
Well, we were talking before the game, and unlike you, I had the opportunity to see a university game when Kai played the other night. He shot the lights out.
And he certainly started off in good form tonight. There's much going from distance. Brian Hamming takes the 3-point miss, gets the rebound, tries to find Jackman inside. He gives it outside to Lucas. He has never thought about the three. But once again, he's lost the handles. It's swarming Eagles defense. Causes a turnover. Fletcher finds Jamal Williams in the corner. Jamal turns down the three. Comes inside on Lucas. Nice little hook shot, but it doesn't go. And once again, Brian Hamming comes up with a rebound. I suspect he'll have a lot of rebounds by the end of the night, Brian Hamming. And a lot of turnovers as he throws passes like that. And there's Kai Williams finding his brother, but a brilliant transition defense from Deshawnee Much. Gets back to block the shot.
Terrific block shot.
First change of the night for both teams as Darius Defoe comes on for Jamal Williams. And for London, it's Alvisi Dusha who comes on for Ed Lucas.
Well, I think this is a good move, but for sure Jamal Williams can be happy with his work so far tonight.
I think one of the feelings in the Eagles camp, although they have gone 2-0, and it was to try and get the Williams brothers involved in the game a little bit more early on, and they've certainly done that tonight. He has Lasker, he's going to drive them to the basket, try to find his way around, and that's a block called. I think he's a little bit, I'm not saying it wasn't a foul, but I think he's a little bit lucky because certainly the pass wasn't very good.
No, I think he just lost his footwork, didn't he? He lost control a little bit. You know, some big bodies got in there. I mean, he was right to try and kick it out to a shooter, but there's some big bodies got in his way on that way to the basket.
Fletcher to Kai Williams. Kai Williams' two's just off. Moses can't quite get the rebound. Jackman got there above him. He brings the ball over halfway and gives it to Dusha. He finds Brian Hamming. Brian Hamming thinks about giving it back to Dusha, but doesn't. Dusha now does get the ball back, turns the corner, tries to find Brian Hamming inside. But once again, Kai Williams is there to pick the pocket of Brian Hamming before he gets the chance to set himself. Ball inside to Defoe, who works hard against Will Neighbour. Misses the shot, but a foul is called on Neighbour. Use of the knee to stop Darius Defoe's shot. Darius Defoe will go to the line for 2 shots.
I think the concern in the London camp at the moment is the passing's not been very effective, Jeff. You know, the number of times that they've tried to feed the ball into a player inside the paint and it just simply hasn't come off.
Significant foul as a result of that. That was Will Neighbour's second foul, so Lamar Humphrey is now on to take his place. And you were talking about Will Neighbour making a lot of minutes, and he's sitting down early tonight on 2 fouls.
Well, they're not short of height, are they? Because, you know, you got 6'9" replacing 6'10", so there's plenty of height there, the Royals, so they should be able to take care of the boards.
Defoe makes the first, misses the second. Jackman gets the rebound. Eagles lead 17-9, 3:50 to go in the first quarter. Dusha brings the ball over. He finds Brian Hamming, who's standing quite a way outside the 3-point range at the moment, and obviously trying to drift in later. He has Jackman wide open. He'll shoot that 3 and make that 3. Eagles can't leave the shooter like all in Jackman wide open and allow him to get into the rhythm, but good shot from Jackman, makes it, cuts the gap to 5 points at 17-12. There's the Eagles now with Lasker against Much. Fletcher comes round, thought about the 3 but drives inside, makes his way all the way to the basket in the left-handed layup. Such a feature of his play is good. The Eagles lead 19-12.
Yeah, terrific vision, the way he saw the gap open there and took advantage of it.
That was a nice play from Much until the shot. He worked well to get his own shot there, but just missed a shot. And he has Lasker bringing the ball up for Fletcher, and Fletcher knocks down the 3, and he's straight into the groove as well. Fletcher, as the Eagles lead by 10, 22-12. Fletcher up to 8. Here's Brian Hamming. He tries to find the ball inside. Darius Defoe as well to get a hand on it. Jackman back out to Brian Hamming. He's turning, shooting, doesn't make it again, gets his own rebound, misses the shot again. Wofford Humphrey comes up with it, gives it back to Jackman. He shoots the 3, he's off, and Victor Moses takes it. And Brian Hamming does look a bit frustrated, to say the least, Dave. He has Fletcher looking for another 3. That one's off, but brilliant follow-up play from Kai Williams to take the rebound and put back. And not surprisingly, that's a timeout called by London City Royals.